Good afternoon from the city of Alaminos in Pangasinan, and also welcome back to my channel. So after my today's long ride starting out from the city of San Fernando in La Union, and clocking up some 140 kilometers in roughly 4.5 hours, while traversing through the cities of Agu, Dagupan and Lingayen, I am finally arriving here in the city of Alaminos, and this is for my second time during this trip. You might remember that I arrived and explored this city in my episode number 1 and number 2, at the beginning of this Northern Luzon Loop season, which when I start counting is already the number 8 season, and this is how fast time goes by. Last time I chose to stay in the city proper near to the St. Joseph the Patriarch Cathedral Parish, which is right in the town center. But for tonight I choose a different location and will be staying at the Red Doors at Maryland Transient, Alaminos Pangasinan. That is located a bit outside of the city and reasonably close to the Lookout Park. So I am now checking in, here at the Red Doors at Maryland Transient, which is reasonably priced and comes with nice clean rooms and a good view onto the rice fields, and is also very close to the Lookout Park, which is the gateway to the famous 100 Islands National Park. The guest house offers more than a traditional transient house, as it comes with a nice flower-decorated open space area in front of the lobby and on its porch. The inside area also contains indoor plants that gives me a very welcoming feeling. The rooms are well lit and designed with minimalistic and light-colored accents. And then there is a rooftop area that is not only suitable for exercise, but also provides a view of the 100 Island National Park for photo enthusiasts like me. And a very good morning from a new and bright sunny day here in the city of Alaminos, and my program for today is to explore the Lookout Park, which is the gateway to the 100 Islands National Park. The 100 Islands National Park is the first Philippine national park and a protected area, totaling 124 islands at low tide and 123 islands at high tide, and are scattered in the Lingayen Gulf, covering an area of approximately 16.76 square kilometers. Only 4 of them had been developed and are open for tourism, and this is the Quezon Island, which is the most developed island, and then there are the Governor Island, the Children's Island, and last but not least the Pilgrimage Island. I also learned that the islands are made of karst or limestone and are believed to be about 2 million years old. It is said that there are actually ancient corals that extend well inland, that belongs to an area previously comprising the seabed of an ancient sea, and with the lowering of the sea level they have been exposed. The history of the 100 Islands goes back even further than its designation as a national park in the year of 1940, as the area was once home to the indigenous Aeta people of Pangasinan, who lived here on a subsistence lifestyle and relying on hunting and gathering here in the forest and from their fishing in the surrounding seas. Then the Spanish colonizers arrived here in the 16th century, and of course they then displaced the Aeta natives from their own land, with the results that the 100 Islands area remained largely unknown and untouched until the 20th century. In the early 1900s, American colonial officials took notice of the natural beauty of the area and recognized its potential as a tourist destination. And so they began to develop the islands by building infrastructure such as piers and walkways to make them more accessible. Later, during the Second World War, the Japanese Imperial Army occupied the islands and building bunkers and fortifications and using them as a lookout point. After the war, the islands were again opened up for tourism, and they quickly became a popular destination for the Filipinos and the foreigners alike. And here I go, another bright and sunny day, that makes it a really perfect day for my ride to the Patar White Sand Beach in Bolinao.
Good morning,
Today's journey will take me onto the Alaminos-Bani Road, number 307, until I reach the T-junction in Boni proper, where I then will merge into the regional highway number 5, and drive northwards to the town of Sampaloc in the province of Bolinao. From there I will turn left into the rural road, and crossing the villages of Samong Sur, San Roque and Cathedral, where I will turn right into the Callao Road and continue 400 meters until I reach the fork in the middle of the village of Cathedral. There I will turn left into the Cape Beach Road and drive onwards until I reach the Cape Bolinao Lighthouse. And once I reach the Cape Bolinao Lighthouse, I will take a left turn once more, and start descending down from the plateau to the Patar White Sand Public Beach where my guest house is located. The ride should take me around 2.5 to 3 hours of easy driving for the approximately 70 kilometers. So let's drive onward and I will talk to you in a bit later. And here in front we can see the St. Joseph the Patriarch Cathedral Parish, which is also known as the Alaminos Cathedral. It is a Roman Catholic church which dates back to the year of 1768.
That was the T-junction of Alaminos. Every day new traffic regulations here.
I am now entering the municipality of Boni, which was ruled by the Spaniards from the year of 1521 to the year of 1899. And then in the year of 1769, Father Manes de Lamberto erected a visita here in Boni with settlements spread around the Don Cayo banks, which in the year of 1762 then became a sitio, which is kind of an official small place, and it was headed by Don Francisco Baltazar as Tinient Absolute. I also learned that somehow the Immaculate Conception of the patron saint of San Simon disappeared from the church altar and was then discovered on top of a tall Boni tree in the vicinity of the present church. She was brought to the Namogbagan Church, which I think was one of the churches that is located on the Anda Island, and then returned to the present site. So the name of Boni is actually from the Boni tree where the image of the Patroness was found. I am now traversing the hilly area between the town of San Jose and the town of Teep, which is a pure pleasure to ride as the road is nearly empty and in good condition, and the scenic view is amazingly beautiful. Don't you agree with me? I just passing the Boliano marker here, and it is said that the arrival of Juan de Salcedo and his crew also reached Bolinao when they chanced upon a Chinese sampan who captured a native chieftain. Salcedo and his men then helped to liberate the chieftain and his natives from the Chinese, and they out of thankfulness immediately pledged vassalage to the King of Spain. I also been told that according to oral history, the town of Bolinao used to be a small settlement in what is now Barrio Binabalayan in Santiago Island. And as of that time it was having a population of just over 100 families.
Okay, thank you.
It is also said that Captain Pedro Lombay founded the town of Bolinao in the year of 1575, and then a decade later, the Dominican friar Esteban Marin became the first Spanish missionary to evangelize the people here in Bolinao, before he was assigned as prior in Patriarch, Ilocos Norte, 2 years later. The Dominicans ended their service in the year of 1607 and have been replaced by the Augustinian Recollects. That was headed by Father Geronimo de Cristo and Dr. Andres del Espiritu Santo. During this time, the old town of Bolinao was still located along the coast of Pangasinan, but due to the frequent pirate attacks, the town was then relocated further inside the mainland in the year of 1609. The area here is also famous for its Bolinao Skull, which is a skull that was recovered in the archaeological site of Balingase in Bolinao, together with 67 other skulls that nonetheless contain teeth with less extensive gold ornamentation, and they all have been dated between the 14th and 15th century Anno Domini. The jewel of this discovery was none doubted the famed Bolinao Skull, which is the most well-known artifact from this site, noted for the intricate rich gold ornamentation formed in the shape of scales on the surfaces of its teeth, and which can be seen now on display in the National Museum of Anthropology in Manila. I just love to ride this rural roads with these lovely quaint villages that look like time has been standing still here for the past several decades. Kind of like in the fairy tale of the Sleeping Beauty, just incredible.
Parish. It's like limestone story. You're on the main road, kind of.
And I am into my last leg towards the Cape Bolinao Lighthouse and the Patar White Sand Beach here in the municipality of Bolinao. And as I am riding along the fields, I am noticing that the land on my right and on my left is mostly expansive agricultural farmland on a flat and even hilly terrain with fruit-bearing mango and mahogany trees, as well as other trees such as bamboo, coconut, acacia, and even tamarind.
And we can see the sea.
And here it is, I finally reached the historic Cape Bolinao Lighthouse here in Bolinao, that was built in the year of 1905 by a trio of American, British and Filipino engineers. It is situated at an elevation of approximately 107 meters above the sea level, and it is the second highest lighthouse in the Philippines next to the Cape Bolinao Lighthouse, which I also passed in my episode number 8 when I was riding from Vigan to Pagudputh in the Ilocos Norte province. Anyway, the Cape Bolinao Lighthouse Tower here stands at a mighty 30.78 meters, which is about 101 feet in height. It is also interesting to note that the original third-order equipment of this lighthouse was made in England with the lantern sourced from France, which later on was then replaced by a close replica made out from Filipino mechanics. Furthermore, the lighthouse apparatus ran also on kerosene until the 1980s, when it was finally connected to the power grid that was operated by the Pangasinan Electric Cooperative. And as I am now descending to the Patar White Sand Beach, I will also end my video for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I am looking forward to see you back in my next part, when I will explore the Patar White Sand Beach and its surrounding areas. So don't miss it, and cheers to all of you, and I am looking forward to meeting you again in my next upcoming 16th episode of this season.
have a booking. Yes, where shall I park?